I really wanted to share a few words about how confidence affected my life, and probably I think most of you can relate because it really is in all of our lives. But like, I gave this title, I think it's catchy enough, Confidence, it might be the elixir of life. Ooh. So I think it's something which we have a firm idea about, yeah? First of all, what is confidence? How confident we are? How confident are Mesi speaking on stage? You might say, oh my God, she's a 10, she's 100, like she's there to stand there and talk to everyone. Let me tell you that. Maybe now I'm getting to number 10 if it's a 1 to 10 scale, but that was not always like this. Adele knows, good friend there. She knew Mesi 1.0 version as well. I call myself now 2.0. And I actually started like a coaching program as well, like my own thing, so you guys can sign up, where I say step into your 2.0. So that's how I see myself. And I think we all have that 2.0 version, which is really not far, but we just need to get that and help it to come out. So confidence, right, and the elixir of life. So basically, I wanted to give you guys examples, and hopefully this will inspire others as well, not just to open up and share stuff, but maybe to start thinking deeper about our own like mental health and also confidence and just simply mindset. Examples of how confidence and the lack of confidence affected my life from maybe even childhood times, right? And I really like to dig into this because we usually have a version of ourselves, like, yeah, based on, let's say, the number you would give yourself, like how confident we are. If you ask this question, what would be the number you would say? I actually am gonna get this to do this exercise with you guys. You don't need to say anything, but if I ask, like, how big is your confidence from 1 to 10? 1 is pretty low, 10 is like, I don't know, 10 is maybe Oprah Winfrey, like, oh my gosh, she's super cool and confident. So where would you put yourself in the scale? Yeah, you don't need to tell me, you don't need to share it with anyone, but just have that number in mind, yeah? I'm just gonna ask one thing. How many 10s? Okay. I love you. I love everybody, not just the 10s. I love everyone, okay? So if we count 1, 2, 3. So I just have one question, right? By the way, 4. But like why? You know, you gave this number and then you're like, so my coach got this exercise done, like made with me. And I was like, I said the number, I don't know what it was, 3, 4, 5, whatever. It was a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe even longer. And she's like, really, Mesi? Why? Like, who says that? Like, what like elaborate, like explain, yeah? And if you really dig deeper, like it's really challenging, like why is it a 3? Why is it a 5? Why is it 6? Why is it 8? Also, like who says that, right? So we have a very, very firm idea about how confident we are and, shall I say, how happy we are with ourselves, yeah? And it's so interesting if you dig deeper, like why? Why is it not 10? Why is it not 12? Why is it not 100 and million, whatever, yeah? So why I wanted to get this exercise done, because if we go back in time, and maybe you ask me this question, how confident you are, maybe 10 years ago, before I moved to this country, I would have said, not even 1, not even 0, like minus 5 million, yeah? I absolutely saw myself, not too exaggerating, but like a little piece of shit, yeah? Every single person I met in my entire life, starting from elementary school, yeah? Like, how you call it here? Not elementary school. Primary, thanks. It's like, I even thought even those little kids were smarter than I. You know, when you write the tests, and even though I had my own idea for the question, I checked what the other guy or girl was writing, and I'm like, oh, my idea is shit. So I skewed it, and I copied the other person's answer. And guess what? When the teacher actually amended it, whose answer was correct? Mine. I didn't even have the... Once I checked what the other guy was writing, I'm like, oh my God, that's shit, that's 100% shit. And I did it at every single test, in every single class. like, why? Where is it coming from? Why is like even a child like so convinced that they must not be right, right? I mean, of course, we can go deeper and there are answers for that. But just to showcasing that it's really started early childhood for me. And then from high school and, you know, you start dating and then, I don't know, like the girls getting into the teenager era, like, let's do our hair, like, what are we wearing? Like, completely felt I'm like, I don't know, like at the end of every single, I don't know, like situation. And then later on, when I got into like relationships with men, I guess maybe an important and favorite topic these days, like finding a partner and who is the partner we find. I think it's kind of like the key thing, not just today, like all the time. I had to realize that because of my lack of self-confidence, what I communicated to the outside was absolutely not real compared to how I saw myself, yeah? So it's really interesting that what you guys see now, how I interact, how I behave, how I talk, most of it I kind of like had a few years ago as well, but that was fake, yeah? I just wanted to be someone. I just wanted to look like someone. Yeah, of course, I follow social media, all the cool celebrities and everyone, and I copied. I know, you need to be loud, you need to throw a few jokes, and yeah, some people, then other people will like you, yeah? So I had a deep purpose with this whole behavior. I wanted other people to like me and accept me and love me because I was so hungry for love and attention, but the whole thing was fake. So imagine this in the relationship, yeah? Or you're on the dating sites and stuff and you're like, oh, this cool girl is coming, she's loud, she has the jokes, oh, she looks good, this and that. By the way, she thinks that she absolutely doesn't look good, but you get the feedback from men, oh, how hot you are. And then you are getting into the relationship and in a few weeks, maybe a few months, the mask falls off, yeah? You have situations, you have maybe some conflicts, and then the guy's like, oh, what is that? Like, I didn't really sign up for that. And it caused so much drama, so much crying, so much, oh my God, I don't understand what's going on. Because myself, back then, I really honestly didn't understand what was going on. But because the whole behavior was fake, you can't fake it until the end, like until forever, right? So the mask really falls off, and how I am now, it's really interesting that I actually just managed to caught up with this external image, what I managed to paint during these years, and how I actually see myself or how I feel. So now my answer as well, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. It was a long way. And let me tell you one big secret, the 10 out of 10 confidence is true for every single person in this room, yeah? Even if you gave 9 or 9.5 or 2 or 3, or 5, it doesn't matter. We all have it, and it's just the narrative and the image, what we convince ourselves that, you know, whatever we are, right? And it's really interesting in life, I think, because I think we know these things, yeah? So it's not rocket science, I think. Like, we know about mindfulness, we heard about confidence, we saw inspirational people speaking on stage. But still, something is somehow missing to kind of like get to this elixir, right? To unlock the thing which will allow us confidently stand up and say, yes, I'm 10. I'm 10 out of 10. And I think sometimes we don't say 10 out of 10 because we think, oh, what will other people think about me if I say I'm so confident? I don't know if I had these thoughts. I definitely had this like earlier. And to be honest with you, like, who cares? I don't know if you really deeply engrave this like thinking or this idea about other people's judgments and how they feel about you, but I totally had that, right? So from behaving and selling this personality, which I never really had, to pleasing other people, to always saying yes. Maybe some of you can relate to the people pleasing and always saying yes, and even at the workplaces, yeah, can you please help with that? What do? Yes, of course. How many times do we push back? That's also a beautiful reflection of confidence and feeling like grounded and happy with ourselves. If we don't have that, you're never gonna be able to push back. So what will the company do? And sorry to disappoint, they're just going to push you until you die. And at the end of the day, maybe they're going to make you redundant. They don't care. It happened to me. They don't care. Yeah? So, and that's reality. So what do we have? The only power in our hands we have is to build strength, resilience, and that confidence for ourselves within. Yeah? The workplace is not going to sort it. The boss is not going to sort it. Your manager is not going to sort it. Your husband, let me tell you what, not going to sort it. Your boyfriend is not going to. Nobody on planet Earth is going to sort this. So that's why I had this inner drive on starting these events, because I think that I was not alone with my problem. And so many people just walking through life with like suffering and just constantly being in this victimhood, blaming every single circumstance around us, why we suffer. Why is it hard? Yeah? When two people meet in this country, not just in this country, I think in planet Earth, yeah? Two people meet, what is usually the conversation about? Hi, how are you? Hi, good, and how are you? Oh, I'm so tired. Or, I'm so stressed. But isn't it? How many times do you hear two people meeting? It can be friends, colleagues, it doesn't matter where the conversation is. How many times two people are, hello, it's so nice to see you. Guess what? I had a really great success this week because I reached this and blah, blah. And I feel today so confident. Look at me, I'm looking. These, excuse me, where are these conversations? I don't know how you feel, but usually what I experience with my friends, I don't know how many friends are here, Adele is laughing, but it just started to bother me. It started to bother me more and more. I start a discussion with someone and they start bullshitting. I'm like, man, I don't have time to listen to your bullshit. Why? Because I don't have time to listen to my own bullshit either. But you need to get to this point when you start being fed up with your own bullshit. And let me tell you what, once you get there, it really, you just start to be very sensitive about what are these people are, what are they talking about, what's going on? And you just start realizing, oh my God, what is happening in this world? And I don't think this is extreme, by the way, but hands up if you are familiar with this. Like, how are you? I'm stressed, I'm tired, and it's usually complaint, yeah? And it's so funny, I'm not from this country, but they say, you know, Mesi, in this country, in the UK, people are just complaining, they complain all the time. And I'm like, have you been to my country? Like, hello? It's not unique. So I don't want to point, British people, this and that. No, I embrace all nationalities, also myself, I'm not from here. So I don't mind, you know, wherever you are from, which country, which nationality. By the way, hands up, who's not from the UK? I think maybe majority of the room. Yeah, everyone, all over the places. Brilliant, beautiful. So it's not a unique thing, and I think everyone can really relate to that. So, time check? Okay. So basically the message is that we all have the power, and the elixir of confidence, which everybody is really looking for, like really, really hard and really deeply, is, let me tell you where, it's here, yeah? And I think that's maybe my main message, that we can start look for the elixir, and we can die in this process looking for this elixir around us and in our circumstances, in our job, fulfillment because we make babies, a beautiful thing, you know. But trust me, if you don't find it here inside, and you don't manage to find that peaceful, calm place where you feel you are valued and you actually, you know, proud to say, I'm 10 out of 10, confidence, it's not happening, yeah? So that was basically a short keynote talk from myself on confidence, and I hope that maybe it gave you inspiration and some thoughts to, you know, take home, take away, and start thinking. I'm gonna grab here the attention, because who knows what's in the next minute. I decided to start a 3 months intensive, I just call it badass coaching program. Whoever wants this energy and 10 out of 10 confidence in 3 months, call me and work with me. We're gonna start in January. It's a new thing, so hopefully we're gonna have a few people who are gonna be like interested and counting on it. But that's all about the keynote talk. Thank you for listening. Let's go to the break.